All right, y'all, listen. One of my biggest pieces of advice for weight loss and building muscle, lifting weights, things like that. I just made a video called The Position of Power and teaching people how to find their base, their power. Telling people that there's a reason why under a house is called a basement. A lot of houses don't got basements, but the strongest foundation houses have basements, or at least they start a big block. Even if they don't have a basement, it's a big block under your house. Why? For stability. Under a tree, if a tree's 50 feet, 100 feet tall, guess what? Underground, it's probably that same amount in roots. The strong base is locked in, right? Same thing with lifting weights. It starts from the feet. Plant your feet. Lock in. So that's what those videos was about, right? This video right here is about what's my biggest piece of advice when it comes to fitness, weight loss, lifting weights, or anything. A lot of people get offended when I say this because they think I mean it in an offensive way. I'm going to say, hey, a lot of times when people say, I don't mean to offend, you got to watch out for the next thing they say, because they're going to most likely say the most offensive thing right after that sentence, right? I don't mean no offense, right? And the other half of people, they hear me say this and they laugh because they think I'm joking or whatever. No, I'm dead serious. My biggest piece of advice for fitness or almost anything in life, and I need to follow this advice myself sometimes because I be messing up. I ain't nowhere near where I want to be in other aspects besides fitness, all right, financial and all kinds of things. I'm nowhere near where I want to be, right? Because I don't do this one thing. Shut the fuck up and do it. STFU and do. That's it. Every time I go to the gym, people be talking. And people be thinking I'm just complaining and whatever that people be talking. And what's the problem? I don't get it. Most people don't get it. You're not going to get anything without doing as much as you possibly can, especially if it's something that's hard to do. If it's something that's not going to fall in your lap, which most things are not going to, you have to get busy. And yes, there's going to be times you fall. And there's going to be times you're going to get knocked down. It's about how you get up. We all heard that before. But think about it. Look at the movie Creed. How many times he lost or got knocked down? If he didn't get up and go through his montage and train and learn how to beat the dude, his opponent, how you going to do that? If weight loss is your opponent, if the weights are your opponent, how you going to beat it if you not, you know what I'm saying, if you're not as serious as it is? Them weights are serious. If this is a bar and I got X amount of pounds on it, that's serious weight. I got to be just as serious to push it off me. You know what I'm saying? And if I want to get stronger, I need to continue to do that and get strong. Lifting weights make me stronger, right? Physically. But this ain't only about physically. This is about everything. Everything. This is about everything, right? Y'all read the title. I don't know exactly how I'm going to word the title, but stop. This is the reason why you might want to stop. This is up to you. You might want to stop telling people about your plans. Why? Because nobody's good for it. First and foremost, I was going to say this last. I'm going to say the best for last. But a lot of times when I do that, I forget to say the best part. Right? I rewatch my videos. I didn't say that. I could have said that. I should have said that. I had the opportunity that led up to everything that I was going to say. And I didn't hit it with the bombshell. What's the bombshell? Nobody's going to fully understand what you're talking about anyways until it's done. All right? That's the same thing with this YouTube stuff. I want to get X amount of subs. I want to get X amount of views. And that's how I'm going to do it and blah, blah, blah. You will find yourself explaining the plan over and over and over and over again. The person might get tired of hearing you saying it, or they might actually want to hear you, but they want to ask you again and again and again and again. And then after a while, all you're doing is talking about it. There's no action. I find myself doing that all the time. Yo, I'm going to do this, and my views going like this, and then my plan is this, and da-da-da-da, and it never happens. And you get exhausted. And when it's time to shoot the video, you have no energy. You forgot everything you was going to say. And also, a lot of times, people don't believe what you're going to do anyways. It's a bunch of hot air to them. And it might actually be if you don't put it into action. All right. If you don't put that into motion, most likely they're right. It's a lot of hot air, even if you don't mean it to be hot air. But it will be if you don't get on the ball, right? So they're not going to believe. So you're going to find yourself trying to convince this one or two people. You know what I'm saying? And like one piece of advice somebody told me with YouTube. And I used to be big on telling people I personally know, telling people I personally meet, And I still do that. I still feel like that's important to do. But somebody said, don't do that, because most likely that person ain't really trying to watch you anyways. And if they do watch you, they're going to watch 1 minute, and it's going to mess up your duration, and it's going to mess up the algorithm of your videos. It's going to tell, because if you got a 20-minute video and people only watching 1 minute, it tells the algorithm, the YouTube, that your video sucks, basically. So it's going to hide that video because it doesn't find any value in showing that video and having ads on that video. So that video ain't gonna be on the front base of people's screens when they pop open their phone or their tablet or their TV or their computer or laptop, whatever, you know. So people not gonna even understand your vision until it's done. Then you can say I told you so, but you can never say I told you so. Even people that's rooting, because you got people that's gonna be hating on you, you got people that's gonna be rooting for you, but nobody's going to understand your vision if they don't do the same thing or something similar. And if they do, they might not want you to grow because they don't want you to pass them, your competition in them. You know what I'm saying? Even if you got a different field, some people just don't want to see you do nothing. So they will purposely keep you in that conversation. Once you start really talking about what you're trying to do, you go in the gym, what's the first question people ask you? Now, everybody can't relate to the gym. Everybody don't go to the gym. Maybe you're a beginner or whatever. Or go to somewhere you go. But this is what happened when I go to the gym. I see somebody I halfway know. We dap each other up. What's up, bro? Yeah. So what you working on? First question. What you working on? Sound like a good question. Sound like an okay question, right? Nah, because they ain't done. You tell them, hey, this back day. So what are you going to do? I'm going to do some pull-ups. I'm going to do some rolls. I'm going to throw some arms in there, some triceps and biceps at the end. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I'm doing arms and back in biceps, chest and triceps, whatever. Whatever I'm doing, they want to break down every step. Not because they're trying to learn what you're doing. No. Some people actually want to be in that conversation. They just want to be in the conversation. They might not mean nothing by it. But it's still harm because now you're too tired to, you don't use all your breath and your focus on that person for a half an hour. You done took your pre-workout already. You already feel it kicking in. You wasted that window of time that your pre-workout or whatever, or maybe you don't use pre-workout. Your motivation, your internal whatever. You used all the prime time of that on that person instead of on your workout. Now your workout gonna be less effective. You're going to lift less weight. You're going to have less focus. You're probably going to have worse form. See, everybody can't relate to that because everybody don't lift. But I'm just saying, I'm telling you, this is what it is. You're frustrated. Your focus is on what that person just said. And it happens mid-set sometimes. So how was your day? Where did you work at? Like, come on, man. That's why I like an empty gym, right? So a lot of people don't understand that. I'm there to get it in, putting that work. That's just like anything else. If you got a YouTube channel, you got to find out what works for your channel, right? Or find out what are you trying to explain to people. What are people asking you? Or a lot of times I answer questions that people ask me, but I also try to make content like this that people don't even realize that they need the information of. I'm telling you, one of the main reasons we fail in life when it comes to our goals is the fact that we talk too much about our goals. We talk too much about our goals, all right? Instead of actually just going for it. Now, when I say that, I don't mean just jump off the deep end. Get your toes wet. Get your toes wet. I ain't saying just go straight to from sitting on a couch to straight off running balls to the wall. No, that's not how you do it. That's how you get injured. Or if you don't get injured, that's how you burn out and give up early. Pace yourself. Step by step. Start at 0, then go to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Don't go from 0 to 100 real quick. That's not how you do anything, all right? Setting yourself up for failure. The same thing with dieting. A lot of people, oh, I ain't gonna eat no dirty food. I ain't gonna have no cheat days. And they try to be perfect. And then when they have one piece of anything dirty, they're gonna go overboard. Every time. I've been there. I'm speaking from experience. I always tell people beginners are easy to fool. People get offended by that. They get offended by everybody. I'm speaking from experience. I used to spend thousands of dollars on supplements that didn't even work. If they had a crazy, outrageous claim, this is going to help you build 20 pounds of muscle in a week. Supplements used to look like supplements. The labeling on supplements have changed look up any supplement from a decade and a half ago, 12, 13, 15 years ago, and look at the ones now. It was outrageous. But, things have happened with supplements. Some supplements had things that wasn't in there. They got banned, or, especially like fat burners used to have ephedra and stuff like that in it. And now it got banned, but, whatever. Certain pre-workouts had certain things in it, or there's stuff that they didn't even tell you was in there just to make their supplements work better. And you come to find out you took this stuff and now you done failed a test at your job and lost. You got fired or something. Or you thought you was natural and you was doing bodybuilding, you got tested and or you was doing some sport and now you can't, what I'm saying? Happens all the time, or it used to happen a lot more. Of course, now people they fail and they doing that stuff on purpose. But it was slipped into these supplements. I ain't naming no names, I ain't naming the name of no brands, nothing like that. But I'm saying beginners are easy to fool. So, what I'm saying? I used to buy anything, any claim. I didn't even do my research. That's like nowadays people taking this weight loss stuff and they're not doing their research. And I tell people, well, what about the side effects? And they get surprised that their side effects do it. Like, come on, man. Hey, man, do your research. Baby step. That's jumping off into the deep end. People never even do certain things like counting their calories. 90% of people that's trying to diet, I ain't counting no calories. Why? Counting calories give you freedom. You think it's a chore. You think it's something hard to do. It's just simple math. I count my calories and I can enjoy a nice cheat day and still have progress on my diet because I know where to stop. I know my numbers. You see what I'm saying? Same thing in the gym. I know how much weight I can lift. I know how to be safe because I know my numbers. And that comes with time of doing. Everybody want to talk it out. Everybody want to have a kumbaya. It's not about that. You can do that afterwards. I'm not saying nothing's wrong with it. I'm not saying don't socialize. I'm just saying you can do that afterwards. Get the work done. Work before play. You see what I'm saying? Hey, man, how? 13 minutes. Yeah, work before play, man. Hey, listen to me. You ain't got to take my word for it. Hey, sometimes you get advice. You might not agree with it. Sometimes, if it seems like something safe, I'm going to speak for myself. I ain't telling you what to do. But if something seems safe enough, I'm going to try. I ain't going to knock it until I try it. There's certain things I can't never knock. There's certain things I won't never try. I'd never jump out of an airplane. A lot of people will. A lot of people done it and said it's invigorating. It ain't what you think. You talking about going way up in there and jumping out? What if my parachute work? You can't think like that. What if my parachute work? I can't think like that. Yeah. Hey, different stroke for different folks. Some people grab poisonous snakes. I never do that. I can't knock it because I ain't gonna never try. I never get ate by a shark because I ain't going in the ocean. Most likely, I won't never get ate by a bear because I ain't going in the woods. But, as they chop down trees and, animals that's in the woods will come out to where we at, and, you know what I'm saying? But they try to avoid us for the most part. We messing with them. Invasive animals in Florida now, you got all kind of animals. It ain't just the Burmese python. It's iguanas. And I can't even name all the things. This is like 15, 20 different things that I've heard of. Probably more than that. Humans done that. Humans. Just like humans would mess up your whole plans. All right? And a lot of them don't mean nothing by it. They just don't understand. And that's what this video is about. It's explaining it. You know, stop. If you ain't going to do nothing, don't mess nobody else up. But also, this is me telling you how not to mess yourself up. You see what I'm saying? Every time I lost weight, or anytime that I built muscle or gained a certain amount of strength or done anything in the fitness world or anything else that was hard to do, whether I had a job for 13 years, most people don't have a job for more than 2, it came from the longevity came from a certain consistency. You see what I'm saying? There's nothing special to me, the way I look at it. There's nothing special. I don't want nobody to look at me as special. There's nothing special that another person can do that I can't do. Hey, what make you more better than me? If I put my eyes on a prize that somebody else done already done, I'm going to learn from that person. It's not about me against that person, but if I want to learn how to play basketball as good as LeBron James, that's a feat. That's a feat. Can I ever get that good? I don't know. But if I put my eyes on that prize and that was a serious thing for me, I'm going to be practicing my butt off. And I'm going to close that gap. Let's say I'm at 0, he's at 100. I might not even get to 90. I might not even get to 70. If I get to 40, I'm way past 0. See what I'm saying? Hey, man, I ain't just talking because I got lips, man. Hey, watch these other 2 videos. Comment, like, subscribe, share. Holler back at your boy. I will be in the gym doing day 12 of my squat every day. And I will be bringing other things back. I will be showing y'all all the other workouts, the full body this, the full body that, the upper body, the arms, the whatever. I got videos. So type in Reppin' Time Fitness and anything fitness related that you want to. I guarantee I made a video about it. If you got a question, ask me below. I might have made a video already about it and I can send you the link to watch a free YouTube. You already watch YouTube. You already on my channel. Might as well. If you ain't subscribed yet, what you doing, man? Watch the 2 videos. Peace.